The Color and the Shape is the second studio album by American rock band Foo Fighters. It was released on May 20th, 1997 through Roswell and Capitol Records. The album was inspired by Grohl's divorce from photographer Jennifer Youngblood in 1996. The album's track listings was designed to resemble a therapy session, splitting the album between up-tempo tracks and ballads to reflect conflicting emotions. The Color and Shape remains Foo Fighters' biggest seller in the US, having sold more than 2 million copies. Brad, you picked this album.
I'm here.
Most glorious thing in the world, is it?
No, it was just it came on the day before I had to choose, and I thought that I haven't listened to that in the yonks. Let's give it a shot. Let's see if old Foo Fighters is still far superior to current Foo Fighters. And, well, I don't know how I feel about it. I suppose we'll find out through the course of the episode. I enjoyed revisiting it. I'll give you that much. You know, came out a long time ago. What year did you say it came out? Seven.
Well, the divorce was 96, and then the album was released in May 20th, 1997.
Okay, well, there you go. Sorry, I wasn't listening to the intro. That doesn't sound like me at all.
I think it does.
Yeah, look, I had a good time reminiscing with this one. I bought this album on the same day on CD back in the day as Korn's debut album. I got those two together. I was like, wow. And I remember listening to them back to back. I think I preferred Korn's album to this one, to be honest. But, I enjoyed this one. It's got some bangers. It feels like, well, a drummer trying to get out of Kurt's shadow. There it is. I dropped the first Kurt of what I'm sure will be many of the episode.
Yeah, I was surprised to read it's the biggest seller they've had. And saying more than 2 million copies. I thought it would have sold a lot more than that because it was pretty inescapable at the time. Like Everlong and Monkey Wrench were just blasted 24/7 everywhere at the time. I thought this sold 10 million, 20 million.
Well, this was the first well-recorded album by an ex-member of Nirvana. You know, like the Foo Fighters' first album did what it did off the back of Nirvana drummer fame, right? And it was just a bunch of demos and it sounded like it. So I don't think any record company really wanted to push it too hard. And then when this one was done, this was well recorded, precise, good songs. Let's push the hell out of it. And they did. And it went well.
Yeah, the first album was just demos he more or less did in his own bedroom, wasn't it? If you listen to it, it's got a bit of a boxy sound to it. Like it's not a high-end thing. He did it himself. He played with the bass. And it surprised hits. Like it had, I don't know, it was just single after single, wasn't it? It had 3 or 4 singles on it. It took the world by storm a little. And this was the big party and had a band together, and it's a proper record this time.
Well, in saying that, he go on.
And well, it did. It had hit after hit on this, and it was just kind of everywhere. And
so it wasn't a band. This was still. So he did his demo album, and then he got, I can't remember what the name of the other band was, Sunny Day Sunshine or some shit, and he stole the rhythm section essentially. And then they went out and toured. That's it. Yeah. They went out and toured, and then right, we're going to hit the studio. And they, as a band, recorded these songs, right? And then, you know, once the album was done, they thought they were finished. Then Dave Grohl was ringing up, you know, Pap Smear and say, hey, you want to come back? Can you do the guitar parts on this song again? You know, I'm redoing this song. Okay, we'll go in and do that song. And then they did it, you know, did the same for another song. And they were like, oh, those drums sound different. What's going on there? And essentially what was happening was Grohl was unhappy with the drummer's drumming, And so he was re-recording all the drum parts, or basically redoing the album with him on the drums. And I mean, fuck, if I was Dave Grohl, who is arguably one of the better drummers in the world, I'd want to be the fucking drummer too.
Yeah, I watched a bit of a video on this. So there's a guy named Goldsmith who was put in the band. Apparently he was a great, great drummer. He recorded all his parts for this album. And then Dave Grohl said, I'm just going to go do a couple of little overdubs. Nothing to worry about. And a few days passed, this guy got worried. And then the bass player had to break it to him that, Dave's just redone everything you did. And I saw Everlong. They have on YouTube, they have the original demo of Everlong with this other guy playing on it, and I can't really tell a difference, to be honest.
No, right. I hadn't heard that. I was, in doing my research for this, I tried to find, whether that version of the album's available. I couldn't find it, so maybe I should have looked harder.
I found one song, it's kind of rough, and you're kind of like, it's kind of the same thing, like no major difference. But, musicians, they get like one little thing out of place. They're like,
Oh, yeah. I understand. Yeah, I guess being that, he's a drummer first, so I guess everything he writes, he has drum parts in mind. This is how I want everything, and this is, I want it to be this, as you say, precise. So he went and did it himself to get what he wanted, and fucking fair enough.
There's what was I gonna say? Apparently it said that Kurt Cobain ruled Nirvana with a bit of an iron fist, and he's in charge and he makes the decisions, and you play it my way. And Dave Grohl kind of lived under that in Nirvana. When he did this band, he operated in the same fashion, like it's all got to be done how I like it, or redo it, or get out, kind of a thing. It's kind of. I remember I went to your place that night and we watched that documentary.
Oh, yeah.
And it was what he bought that Neve console and had it at his house, and they were recording a new album together. And there's that scene where the guitar player plays a part, and he goes, "Oh, do you like it like this?" And Dave just goes, "Never play that note again." And everyone kind of laughs along, and you kind of see the guitar player's heart break, and you kind of listening to it going, it's not bad at all. And what Dave wanted played was actually kind of plain, which I don't know, maybe it served the song better, but at the time you watch it, you're going, it seemed like a dick thing, the way he reacted.
Yeah, but I mean, look, he's probably a fucking asshole, but the fact of the matter is he was in one of the biggest bands, he's in one of those generational bands as the drummer, mind you, but that was an integral part of that threesome. Then that shit blew up, quite literally, like a shotgun to the face, and then so he moved on and he started doing his own music. And to be fair, it's not always my cup of tea, but he's done very well for himself, hasn't he? He's still one of the the giants of rock and roll, isn't he? Really, whether you like him or not.
You do have to kind of go. It is his band. He is writing the songs. He is the singer. He is the driving force. And, a lot of bands do operate like that. You have the one guy he's the engine, and the others are just kind of there to serve.
That's right.
And those guys are just taking the paychecks, basically. They just probably put up with this shit. It's better than the last bands I was in.
Dave, where's my check? Dave, where's my check? Yeah. I played G. Millions. Where's my check? Yeah. They're making fucking movies now.
Is he? Oh, he did Bucket, didn't he?
No. They're check out the trailer. They're making it's a horror film for their new album. It's like them recording in some haunted house, and it's a splatter horror film. The trailer just came out the other day.
Yeah, this is a band I followed for the first couple of records, and then just after a while, oh god, more Foo Fighters.
Yeah, I'm the same. After so there was this one, and then the third one, I can't remember what it was called. Something About Life. That was the album that I left the Foo Fighters. I bought it. I tried to like it. I really liked this one when it came out, Colour and the Shape. Then that third one, I was like, it's getting kind of soft. And then look, along the way, I mean, fuck, they've been going for, 20 years plus now. Every album has banger songs on it. Man, I reckon like every album has at least 2 or 3 killer tracks, and then the rest is kind of filler, the filler fighters, you know? He has his hits. They build an album around those hits, fill up the rest of it, let's go away. Like every album has awesome singles. They're kind of like the Blur or Oasis of modern rock. Good singles, crap albums.
I'd agree. There was always good singles in the beginning, but I don't know. Now I hear their new stuff every time I hear it. I just think it sounds so middle of the road.
Yeah, but they've set a Foo Fighters tone now. So like a Foo Fighters song is a particular thing. Even if it's a joke or they're trying to go off on a tangent, it still feels, it's got that same Foo Fighters feel, I guess. That's okay. They can do different stuff. And he can do what he likes now. He's got fucking endless amounts of money. He probably makes more. Here's a question. I put this to you, my friend. Do you think Dave Grohl makes, is it Grohl or Grohl? Besides the point. Do you think he makes,
Grohl.
Do you think Dave G, old Davey G, makes more money from the Foo Fighters or Nirvana in 2022?
A good question. It might be close.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lawsuits going back and forth with Courtney, isn't there?
Sure.
There's I reckon his money to be had.
Yep. I reckon his slice of the pie of the Foo Fighters is much larger than Nirvana now. And that's a big call, but I think he would be the majority royalty holder for the Foo Fighters. There's other guys. Yeah, it'd be like the Bon Jovi setup. They just get paid a wage. I don't know any facts here. I'm just assuming. And then Nirvana, Kurt was on the majority, so that'd be going to Courtney or his daughter, I don't know. And then him and bass player would just be getting a small percentage. That small percentage would be millions of dollars at this point. But I think Foo Fighters is making bank as well, for sure. For sure.
I don't really know any facts or figures on like how many albums Nirvana actually sold and how many. Like Color and the Shape, 2 million, their biggest seller. That's not really rocking the world too much, is it? It's not in the 20s and 30s. Like, yeah.
But you get
stuff.
Yeah, but then you say, that's their biggest selling album. But I reckon their last album would have easily sold. Oh, actually, maybe not, because it's all streaming now, isn't it? So how the fuck do you compare streaming to album sales now?
Well, it's touring now, money's in the touring. It'll be the stadiums every night. They're playing 20,000 seaters, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely.
They come here, they are. So that's...
Yeah.
I'd say the money in Nirvana is significant. It's obviously worth fighting over, and it's their legacy as well. They obviously want to control how it's presented.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
this album.
Yeah. This album.
Yeah.
Do you think you push this? You didn't put you didn't put a CD in, but I'm going to say that you put the CD in, push it in, hit play. Do you think the first song, Doll, sets the tone for the album? Do you listen to Doll and go, the whole album's going to be like this?
Well, it's you kind of the band already, and so this is the soft song, and now they're going to blast into something, and that's exactly what it does. For me, the problem with I guess. So I didn't know going into this that what did I say on my notes? It was designed to resemble therapy sessions, splitting the album between up-tempo tracks and ballads. So it's going back and forth between the emotions. Didn't know that when I re-listened to this album, and I was sitting there getting confused, going, "What?" It's just like so unbalanced. Like it goes from soft song, loud song, soft song, loud song. It's a kind of a disjointed listening experience, I thought. And then when you read about it, you go, "Oh, it's thematical and it's artistic and it's all," and you're like, but still, it's a weird listening experience, I found.
Yeah, I think it's like you said. There's soft ones, and then the loud. What you'd expect, from he's got to stick to that grungy or rocky style to keep his fan base. I like Doll. I thought it was a good opener in that it's sort of, it's quirky. Everybody was quirky in the 90s, and it sort of gets you into it. And it's got weird lyrics about, I don't know, being tied to a lamp. Sounds like he's being tied to a lamppost or embarrassed at a bachelor party or something. I don't know. Yeah, okay, that's good. And then the first single was Monkey Wrench, and that song hits, it's a brick wall of noise, and it's good. It is a banger. And then straight into Hey Johnny Park, and I think Hey Johnny Park's probably my favorite song on the record. I think it's just a good classic rock riff, melody. Everything's recorded clean and clear. It's good tone. And then after that, it drops off quite severely. I don't think there's another good song until Everlong, and then that's it. So I think that it starts off strong, falls away with filler, and then comes back with Everlong, which Everlong, that's the masterpiece of the album, I guess.
Back in the day, I really loved Monkey Wrench. I really loved Everlong, and I really loved Wind Up.
Oh yeah.
To tell the truth, I didn't really like it back in the day. I never bought the album. Everybody had it around me, and you had to hear it. You heard it whenever you're around people, and a lot of the songs really didn't do much for me. Listening back, I guess I kind of warmed up to Hey Johnny Park, and I don't know. But yeah, there's just some really fucking terrible shit on here, I thought.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I mean it's a
pussy young shit next to a lot of songs.
Pussy shit, did you say?
Yeah.
Like a queef?
Here's my notes. Dull, pussy, Mucky Wrench, raging pussy, just can't call it epic. Hey Johnny Park, kind of pussy. My poor brain, too happy. Good bits and pussy happy shit. Wind Up, loved it back in the day, but now a bit average. Up in Arms, I can't say that word. Pretty, then it's a bundle of sticks.
Oh, right. Uh-huh.
My Hero, hated back in the day, now sort of okay. See You, what is this horse shit? Cheesy, enough space, noisy shit. February Stars, pussy shit, boring and lame, repetitive.
Oh, yeah.
Everlong, well, we all know Everlong. It's a great song. Walking After You, oh Jesus Christ, more pussy shit, boring as shit. New Way Home, super pussy shit. The Osmonds wouldn't stoop this low. Color and the Shape, total fucking crap.
Yeah. I think you're right there. But I mean, if you look at Dave Grohl when this album came out, right? What did he look like compared to Dave Grohl now? He looked like a skinny little pussy, right? It's just you look at him and you go, "Yep, he's going to be writing these." To use your term, these pussy songs, like it suits his vibe, I guess. The one track that you said is pussy, and I agree with you on this version, is Walking After You, right? That song? It's fucking meanders along and it's poorly played and seems like there's mistakes in it on this version. But they re-recorded it and it came out. Do you remember the X-Files? Of course you remember the fucking X-Files.
It's out there.
The truth is out there. Anyway, their film, the first X-Files film, on the soundtrack, they re-recorded Walking After You. And that was on like most of my mixtapes back in the day. Because I love that version. I was like, whoa, this song's great. And then you listen to the one on the album, and it's garbage. I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah. When I wrote all that stuff, I was listening through to it. I don't know if I was having a bad day, but it just wasn't working for me. I put it on today, and in the background, not that bad. In the background. When you're walking around with headphones on, listening to it fairly intently, it's kind of like, it just kind of goes bing, 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 ding, 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 kind of. Yeah. It's not really a rock record.
No, again, those banging singles, those really good songs, and then a lot of fluff around it. Fuck, I need 14 songs. Oh, I'm emotional. I better write another love song. To what it feels like to me. Yeah. Like a lot of the stuff we listen to, could have been a real wicked EP, go 6 or 7 songs, finish off with a couple of, put in your Walking After You or your February Stars, for lack of a better choice here. You could have gone, let's go fucking EP starts, Monkey Wrench, Hey Johnny Park, My Hero, Enough Space, Everlong. Boom. That's a banging. Here's the Foo Fighters bitches.
Yeah. Yeah. It's 50 minutes long, and I don't know. It was the thing for me is like I really liked heavy bands back in the day. We played My White Zombie, and I love my Metallica and stuff. The thing that kind of got me about this album is the guitars. I didn't really have the words back then, but I was reading they're using Mesa Boogie dual rectifiers, which are pretty cranking amplifiers.
Mm-hmm.
They've kind of rolled off all the low end on those amps. Like it's kind of faux rock to me. It's kind of rock light.
Well, I think it's all driven by the drums. Like if you really listen to the production, the drums. That's why they've taken out the low end out of the guitars, because they've put it back into the drums. Real punchy. Everything's good there, and then it's just real light guitars and bass. And then his terrible voice. I reckon his voice has gotten better. Definitely like screaming. When he tries to Cobain it on this album, it does not sound good. But now he can do it. Now the cat can scream.
I don't know if it's his voice that really puts me off, but it just feels like it's a little theater. It's kind of like a glee club doing rock.
Yeah, sure. I agree with it. I agree with that. I mean, to compare it, we always got to compare it back to Kurt, when that cat had no, at least what I can see, there's no fakeness to it, and didn't seem to be putting it on. And I guess the fact that he, when he felt like he was faking it, he killed himself, Whereas this, yeah, you're right. Definitely seems like the Glee Club is a wonderful analogy. Like he's just putting it on. Oh, I've got to scream now because that's what's going to sell. That's what the kids want.
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta say, I've never really been enjoyed certain songs, but never been blown away by Foo Fighters. Listening to a whole album's a bit of a stretch for me. It's all really well done. It's super well produced. It's a nice recording. It's excellent musicianship. It's not really for me.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll look at the Spotify. Well, we got Doll, 6 million views. No one gives a shit. Monkey Wrench, 141 million views.
That's locking it in right there. Wow.
Hey Johnny Park, only 16 million views. Big drop offs. No one gives a shit until you get to My Hero, and that's 209 or 220 million.
Well, is that the most listened to on the record? No, it'd be fucking Everlong by far, wouldn't it?
550 million.
Everlong.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
By far, 550. Monkey Wrench. Yeah, so it's kind of like a 3-song album, people seem to think, really.
Yeah.
No one's listening to Doll. No one gives a shit about the color and the shape. No one cares about New Way Home.
No. Well, you listen to Doll because it's the start of the album and you're trying it out. You never go back to it.
Yeah, it gets a play and then someone hits skip eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Walking After You, that's such kind of, I say, pussy shit's the only word I've really got for it. February Stars, God, that's annoying.
Oh, that's an awful fucking song.
Sorry, Dave. I know you're listening.
Yeah,
He's a huge
I think I'd
fan of the
rather
show.
listen to fucking ABBA than
What's
February
wrong with
fucking
ABBA?
Stars. Nothing. I was saying I'd prefer to listen to that than February Stars.
Yeah. You know, ABBA got a new album out. They're dressed up like Tron kind of outfits, isn't it?
Oh, and they're
Glowing light on
doing a
top.
live show. They did like holograms of themselves and shit to go out and
Did
do
they?
a live performance. Yeah, they like scanned old ABBA dancing around doing this new songs, and then they're going on tour as holograms.
They're not actually on tour. It's just you watch a light show, you mean?
Yeah, you watch the light show, but it's the actual old people as young people. You know what I'm saying?
It's holograms of themselves when they were younger. They're
Yeah,
not physically there.
they physically recorded the movements as old people for the news tour.
Oh, so
And then
they
they
did
make their
that
motion
motion capture.
captured. Yeah, that's it. So they're cheating. They're going to have to adjust the nipple lines on the holograms.
That's interesting. I did listen to their album. I gave a few songs like 10-second listens. God, it's fucking terrible.
Are we talking about ABBA now?
Yeah, talking about ABBA.
All right. Oh, of course it's terrible. They're well past their prime. Come on now.
Yeah, but it's like Casio keyboard drums and Casio keyboard bass. And
well, maybe they're ahead of the time now. Maybe they're just ABBA knows best. So
I'm sure they've made 40 million.
When this album came out in 97, what other album would you rather be listening to than this in 97?
Yeah. What have I been listening to? White
Fucking
Zombie.
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson.
Manson, yeah. Beautiful People was 96 or something, eh? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mechanical Animals. I flipped out over that shit. Future album, as Brad likes to say.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we could do that. It's like his Bowie type one, eh?
They called it glam rock. I never really got the reference.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's a good one.
I mean,
okay.
More of his commercial album. I think he even kind of went commercial.
What was the single off it? Is that the drugs one?
Yeah, I don't like the drugs, but the drugs like me.
Okay. No, we can get into that. I was listening to Korn's first album instead of this. Because like I said, I got them at the same time. Korn got far more listening. Angry Young Man.
I think I preferred No Doubt to these guys.
Oh, fuck you in the mouth hole. No doubt. You know what? Gwen Stefani. That's her name, eh? She looks like she drinks fucking kombucha. You know what I think of kombucha? That's like the fucking... It's like the water you get when you when you rinse out your fleshlight. That's kombucha. Kombucha. I don't know where that came from. Enjoy that, everybody.
I'm not sure I've heard of kombucha before, to be honest. I'm a little lost with these references.
It's okay. Continue
Skippability.
Living your life.
14 songs, 50 minutes. How many songs are you skipping on this son of a bitch?
Jesus Christ, I'm skipping a few. All right. So Dolan, all right, I'm going to listen. I'm listening 3, and then I'm skipping fucking 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll listen to My Hero. So I'm up to 3. Get rid of See You. Get rid of Enough Space. Fucking February Stars can piss off. So a lot. I'm probably skipping like 8 out of 14, I guess. That's not a good result, Dave.
I got 6 decents and Epic Forever Long 7, so I'm skipping half the album.
Yeah. I think you and I are on the same page with this one, actually. We haven't been there in a long time.
I was thinking, why has he done this to me? Is this revenge for White Zombie?
No. If you want revenge, won't be rock when it's revenge, mate. Revenge will be like
a folk album. You haven't gone deep folk yet.
No, I haven't gone deep folk. Maybe my next choice. Okay, I'll Bob Dylan you. And you can just go, what the hell? I don't understand a word he's saying.
I was thinking you're going to iron and wine me or something like that.
Oh, fuck.
I've
See,
never
you're
heard
doing
them.
it to yourself. You're giving me ideas now. I'm
Oh,
just
well,
going to, maybe I'll do like a series of revenge albums. There's no
so middle
revenge.
of the
It's all been fine. Yeah, I mean, look, I
nothing.
had to sit through Metallica's Black. Go and see that episode to see what I think of that.
Oh, just wait for Saint Anger, buddy.
Oh, man. When you're
We're
trying to
doing
hit
it.
a fucking pong, pong, worst snare sound in the history of all time.
Okay, so we're skipping half the songs each.
Yeah,
Cat's
yeah.
meows. How many? I don't know. How many punches in Dave Grohl's face out of 10 are you going to give this album?
How many shotguns to the face is this album worth?
How many sack drummers?
How many sacked drummers? How many? I reckon out of 10, I'll give it a 6. I reckon I give it a 6. 6, just a solid 6. I was thinking a half there because I do really like Everlong. I think that's that's a fucking classic song. I'll just go 6. What say you?
I'm going to go 5.
All right. Hey, well, look, we're still in one fucking fired drummer of each other, so that's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's close to been in a long time.
Yeah. No, we've had a few alignments.
Have we? Well, have we ever aligned in the high end of the scale? We must have. Did we do Nevermind? We must have been up there. I need to listen to our own show. Then I'd know.
I think we aligned on Scary Movie, didn't we? And a few things. That's on the higher end.
Wow. Who's to know unless you listen to them all?
Yeah. We've done 30 minutes. They don't pay us overtime.
Fucking Patreons.
A measly $400,000 an episode. Like, it's just not worth our time to commute.
I mean, yeah, it's a real fucking hardship to. I mean, dollar bills for toilet paper, y'all.
Yeah. How do you get by these days?
Inflation's killing, you know? I mean, and we spend, a good a month researching and prepping for every episode we do. It really is. It's hard work, people. This isn't just like sitting in a room, relaxing with no shoes on, having a drink and talking into a microphone. This is hard work. This is the real deal.
We're not complaining, but we are better than our audience, obviously.
Wow.
I think people understand that.
That's why they're listening. We are penetrating their ears with our
They're not going to think for themselves, are they?
No. Why would you? 6% inflation. Why would you do your own research when you could just listen to two fuckheads talking?
Yeah.
And on that note,
science has changed.
See you next week.
See ya. We're done.